So from your perspective, what are some of the biggest challenges you've seen executives and professionals have with their career development?
I think number one is busy, being so busy in the role that you're in right now, and the demands that you have are taking up your time, that you don't have the space or you don't prioritize the time and space to think about what it is that you want. And then beyond thinking, to take the action, right? So when you're thinking about executives, it's like you're fighting fires, you've got so much going on that at the end of the day, you're exhausted. And do you have time to pay attention to your own career development? And I think that is a challenge, but it is something that we want to be thinking about. You should be operating on two tracks. Yes, I am doing my day job. I'm doing the work that I need to do, but I'm also being strategic. And this kind of goes back to the idea of being the CEO of your career. If you are a CEO, you're going to have time where you are doing the work, you're in your business, and there's time where you're working on your business. And I think it's the same as a career professional. There should be time where you're showing up and you're doing your work, but then there's also time where you're working on your career, where you're really thinking strategically about the moves that you're making, the steps that you're taking, and the resources that you're leveraging so that you can move forward because you can be busy, 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 but busy doing the wrong things, going down the wrong path.
Oh, yes, that is definitely, well, one, I've been guilty of that. I have definitely starred in that movie before. But
Yeah.
I see that a ton with our clients. They're just too busy to think about anything, to get ideas, to get insights. And so they're definitely not operating on those two tracks that you mentioned. So,
Yeah. And I think that one of my favorite sayings is slow down to speed up because I think we're moving so fast that ultimately you're moving, but are you moving forward? Whereas if you slow down enough and you do the planning and you are strategic, you're going to be able to leapfrog where you would have ended up, you know? So I think that busyness is a key thing to tackle. And then one other thing I'd mention is just not being intentional about growing your network and cultivating relationships. I think sometimes people think of networking very surface level, where it's like, I need to go to events, I need to hand out business cards, I need to have conversations, when actually networking is all about relationship building. So, what types of relationships are you building? How are you building them? When are you building them? Regardless of whether you're an introvert, extrovert, there's ways that you can find to build relationships that align with you and that feel comfortable. And so I think spending the time to do that before you need the relationships is key because people will be like, I need a job, I got a network. It's like you should have been networking before so that you can call on your network now that you need a job. And so it should be a consistent thing. So I think finding a way to weave that into how you show up is going to be helpful.
yeah, I definitely agree with all of that.